Okay, recording time. United 232 remastered. Let's fly off. I love how the first couple of attempts Macos was like, no. Okay, come on, load up. Come on, bro, come on. Ready for takeoff? Macos. Okay, panel state was successfully loaded. Okay, so wait a sec, guys. Display capture, audio mixer. Audio capture, macOS audio capture. Delete that out of my retinas. So now we only have microphone and aux. So as we can see here, the aircraft is ready for takeoff. The DC-1010, at least, is now ready for takeoff. So the captain made sure that everything was fine. Holds out airspeed alive, 100, 120, V1, and then finally rotate. Putting back his control column. I have attempted recreating the CVR, which we all know of from the quotes of the final report with AI. That was an incredibly bad voice, so I'm not going to include that, but I am going to include some, paragrams! Come on, bro, come on. Okay. So, Captain considered engaging the autopilot system. Which began flying the DC-10 to its glory. So let's move up. But suddenly an aft explosion is triggered. System failures. And now this causes a catastrophic aft explosion. The number 2 engine fails, and the aircraft's nose pitches forward, causing a catastrophic effective system to play out. The autopilot now snaps off, and the captain loses all physical control of the aircraft. So now his first step is to try to get the nose down. So, sorry about the gear still being, Sorry about the gear still, being out. I'll just put that up. So now the captain's first step was to use the engines to get the nose down. So he moves these throttles back. But he realizes that the jet is now about to pitch down fully. So he slams the throttles forward in an attempt to prevent a crash. As goes off inside the cockpit, telling them that the autopilot has snapped off due to the catastrophic rear explosion. They've also lost engine 2. So now the captain realizes that it is going to be impossible to land this thing except if he uses power to get the aircraft descending. So he pulls the throttles back as continues is blaring in the cockpit. The jet's nose falls in response, but it is still not enough to get the aircraft climbing back up. So it is bad. At least it is now enough that the aircraft is descending at 2,000 feet per minute. And is coming in for landing at Sioux City Airport. While still, the autopilot warning is still going. It finally gets muted. The jet suddenly begins climbing again, so the captain realizes that this can't be it. He can't give up now. So reduces power even further on the DC-10's engines. His control yoke is rendered completely useless due to the hydraulic loss. But what he attempts to do is use the engines to manipulate the aircraft. But he accidentally goes a little too far, but it is still enough to not cause a disaster. But he realizes that he's gone a little too far, so he again does a throttle push, but not major enough of a throttle push to get the aircraft pitching back up. Just excuse the bad. Oh my god. Oh my god, Siri. Siri, I didn't request that you activate it. Okay, so. Excuse me using a bit of rolling here on the yoke here, which is unresponsive in pitch, but it isn't unresponsive in rolling. And I am going to be pulling off a bit of first officer. Let's stop making funny airplane memes and get back to the United 232 here, which now has going in the background still. The captain is still attempting to manipulate the flight control surfaces, with no success. And he is coming in at approach for Sioux City at Mach 0.83, but he does manage to slow down. He now puts out the gear, at least attempts to, but he does use the standby gear extension. So, now the aircraft is through 2,700 feet and is now attempting a pitch up. The captain's like, no, you can't yet. Probably referring to the fact that he has almost pulled the throttles all the way back and the aircraft is barely descending. Just excuse the bad quality here. It is just because I'm a beginner. Come on, screen capture. Just last until I end the recording. Yay, it's still lasting at the moment. Wait a sec, guys. This did not happen in real life. I swear the throttle fiasco did not happen in real life where they tried to get the nose to stay down. Just me here. So I pulled everything back here. But suddenly, the pilots lose all control. The jet turns and the captain calls out, left. But it is too late. So that has been it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, click that, smash that like button, and as always, good night.